think there are two things I would say about how I approach a book. One is that the subject of place has always been very important to me. That I have to pay a lot of attention to the ground that the story is going to stand on. And I have to very solidly create that literary environment, even if it's in a fantastic location. But I have to understand the fantastic location then. And another thing I would say about character is that I had a very good history teacher when I was at university who told me about history, something that I use in the making of fiction. He said, you should never write history until you can hear the people speak. Because if you can't hear how they speak, you don't know enough about them and you can't tell their story. So I will often, when I'm trying to understand a character, I will first ask myself, how does the character speak? Are they very talkative? Or are they quite silent? Do they use bad language, or not? How big is their vocabulary? Do they have a large vocabulary or a limited one? What kind of accent do they have? So by the time you've asked yourself 9 or 10 questions about how the character speaks, you already know a lot about them. And then they can come to life on the page. And then after that, I just do it like a day job. I just get up in the morning and if you're a carpenter, you have a table to make. You make your table. If you're a writer, you have your day's page to write and you write your page. And it's very important not to give yourself permission not to do it. You have to tell yourself you have no option except to do your day's work. And then you do it. The best advice I could give to young writers is, if you're not completely passionate and obsessed with the business of being a writer, find a different job. Because it is something that asks of you a very great deal. And you have to be prepared to give it. There are already enough books. The world is full of wonderful books. And if none of us write another book, it's fine. There's still plenty of books to read. So if you want to add a book to that enormous mountain of books, it better be something that is very, very important to you to write. It better be a book that you really need to write and that you can't live without writing it. And those tend to be, in the end, the good books, because they come out of a deep, passionate need of the writer to write that book. And so do that.